Alright guys, so just got done pulling all the screws out. So all the screws are out of all of the cross supports except for the front ones, just because I can't really get my plier on them. So I'll just probably just get my sledgehammer and get a frickin' like a chisel or something and just hit them and just knock them off. Anyhow, yeah, so kind of nice. Like, all this stuff is pretty straight back here. The only issue that I got is over here where I got that crack. So I'll get the light plugged into extension cord and we'll take a peek over there. So just wanted to, let's just take a peek. I'll show you what it kind of looks like up underneath here. So here's that box. So it's secured pretty well, so I think it can handle a fair amount of weight. I think I'll probably do something else over there on that side, you know, maybe like something to put a welder, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna like take a generator with me in the future or something, but it'd be cool, like, you know, if I was like going someplace far, to have like a generator and a, you know, a welder. I could weld up some stuff. Anyways, that's like far off, but I'm just saying. So another thing I've been thinking about and just brainstorming, I mean, I got so much other stuff to do, but I think about like when I redeck it, to maybe like build a couple storage compartments down here, and then I don't know if I want to do like a section where it's like a metal cover, or if it's the wood and maybe I just hinge it in certain place, you know, like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm thinking about it. But anyways, that's kind of far off. So I'll just show you what we got going on here. So all the screws were pretty good. I don't know if they're stainless screws. I mean, obviously they don't look too good right now, but all of them held up. I only had like a couple that broke. Anyway, so there's the tank, and then like I said, all these cross beams look really good. And those screws that were in here, I'll show you one. It's almost like you just drill a hole. They drill the hole and then they put those in. You can see they kind of got a little, I don't know, they got a little thing on them. You can see there. So, anyways, kind of like those like little frame bolts on the like on the square bodies and stuff. So, anyways, let me hook this to an extension cord and we'll walk around to the other side where all the action's at. And one other thing, you know, I don't know if I told you guys before, but like, you see all these like freaking like screws down here, like these drywall screws. Like, I swear to God, like there's some, like, you can't see now, but up on the cowl, there was like a whole bunch of them all along the cowl, like down up here along the edge. Like, there's some like down in the intake, like wedged between the, you know, like the intake and the head. like it's crazy, and I can't even wedge them out there, and they're so good. So it's like, I don't know, freaking, it was like they parked underneath like a screw cloud or something. I don't know, it's weird. Brake parts, I took the drum up. I was gonna get it turned, but apparently it's, if they turn it, it'll be under spec. So I gotta figure out what I want to do, if I want to like run that one for just a little while and then get some new ones, or what I want to do. I mean, since I'm slowing down on this, I'm not going to be like really towing or doing anything for a while, so I may just get it back together and just drive with it for a little while until I, you know, get some upgraded stuff. Because, you know, I want to get it to like a level to where it's like running and doing all the stuff, and then I'll slowly start modifying it and doing better stuff. So anyways, alright, so enough of that. Let's go over here. Alright, so I've talked about this here. I've got this. This is really the only spot that's damaged on the whole truck, other than that front fender. So you can see it looks like they caught something down there. Here's what it looks like on the inside. So it should be pretty easy fix. Just straighten her back up and fix it up. Shouldn't be a big deal. As far as lengthening it, I don't know. I probably need to go about a foot, lengthen it about a foot. So I'll kind of work on figuring out how I want to do that. I'm probably just, whatever is the simplest way. I was gonna dove it, but if I'm only going a foot, it would kind of be a pain to like dove the whole thing. So let me show you kind of how this thing is attached here. So you got, you know, frame obviously, and then you have a U-bolt and then it goes to a C channel. You can see the C channel, so it's got a U-bolt on each side. Then you come here, then it's got a piece of channel that's welded to this channel, and then it's bolted to the frame with like a 1/2-inch bolt. And then you come back here, and then you got, there's another U-bolt, and then so all this back stuff that used to have a lift, so then this stuff is welded to the frame, all right, and then it's welded to the channel. It's tacked here, and then is there a bead here? There's not a bead there. So anyways, it's welded up there, and then it's welded to the frame again there. And then here, let's come around here a little bit more. And then you have those like 2 pieces of boxed 250 wall, and so you can see how it's attached. So here's that piece that we were just looking at. So then there's this big cross piece that's like, I don't know, like 3/8 thick, and then these are connected to it right there a little bit. I mean, probably enough strong, because then I think it's also welded to this too. Let's see. Yeah, it's welded to that. It's on both sides, and then this comes out, and then it actually supports this, like, I don't know, little platform or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so, and then this thing here, the only like really like structural, like not really so good of part that I see, in which I'm sure it's plenty strong, but it's like, I don't know, like the way that they did it, like it's like cracking over here. I don't know if you can see, it's like cracking, and I don't know, I just don't like that. So I think what I might do is I might just cut it off there and extend a piece of channel out further, and maybe add like 1 more cross beam. I don't know. Or maybe get rid of this and add like 2 more cross beams, or I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna beef up right here at least just a little bit. I don't know, I might just take these out. I don't know, I'm gonna do something back here. I don't know exactly, because you can see there, I mean, it's not even, it's like broken, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's still probably supporting the weight okay, but you know, if my frickin' back tires are gonna be sitting on this, I don't want to have like any issues with anything, you know what I mean? And then like the sides, I mean, they provide a little bit of support, but like not really. And then let's see how this one looks here. Yeah, see, it's all like busted out, so that ain't gonna work. So like this, whatever happens right here is gonna have to be redone, you know what I mean? And so you know, like, it seems like it's plenty, like all this stuff down here seems plenty strong, just because it's like big thick material welded to the frame and everything. So I was kind of wary about this. It was like attached to the flatbed and not necessarily the frame, but after I seen that big crossbar and how that's welded into the frame, I think there's plenty enough. The only problem is when I extend it, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my hitch, like if I'm gonna extend the hitch back, or if it's gonna be sufficient enough, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I really don't want to put an extension on it. I guess I could put a little bit of one, and it probably wouldn't affect it too much. My my weight distribution stinger, I guess it sits out to about here, so it sits out at least another foot. So I don't know, we'll see how it comes along, and I don't know, we'll figure it out. What else? Another thing I could do is I could cut it like here, and I could like dove it down from here. But then the only thing with doving is like it seems like as you do the angle, it seems like, oh crap, fucking beetles flying around here. It seems like you lose like a little bit of length. I don't know, but I guess if the truck's sitting on it, I don't know. Look at this freaking beetle crashed over here. Do you hear it? Listen. Anyways. Alright, back to it. So, like I said, here's that rear tank, and it's like full of frickin' nastiness there. And here's the main tank. So, tomorrow, well tonight for a little while, I'm gonna get out here and just try to clean things up, try to get as much of like this shit off the top as I can, and then check everything out. Anything that's like rubber that looks like it needs to be replaced, I'll replace. Like this missing, this feels missing a freaking clamp down here. And I just want to clean it all off, and then that way tomorrow, if I get like all the big dirt off tomorrow, I can just like hit it with the pressure washer and just kind of get it all clean, both of the tanks. And then I want to pull the unit out of here, the module, and check the sender. So you know, probably something's wrong with the leads or whatever on the sender. And yeah, so we'll check that first and then go from there. And then while I'm down here, obviously I want to, you know, make sure everything's cool, so I'll spray everything off. And if it looks like there's a little bit of like rust, I'll just, you know, paint the crossbars just quick with some rattle can. Alright, so I'm gonna get to cleaning up on this stuff, and we'll see where tonight takes us. And I'm probably going to end up taking this battery box, because this battery box would be perfect. So I think I'm going to take this battery box and relocate it up here, and then I can run it right to my winch that's going to go right there, and I think that'll be perfect. So it saves me from having to build something, because this should be, I think that's what it held before was battery, so it'll be good to go. Lots of dirt. It's cool though. I don't know, $600 truck's gonna be awesome when I'm done. Hopefully I'll have it like rolling smooth with like less than $2,000 total, I think. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna be able to come up with a spot underneath to like slide my ramps up into. Probably like right up in here somewhere. That'll be pretty cool. I'll just make a little channel for them to ride in. So that'll be pretty nice. I don't know, I got a lot of plans, but we just got to make them come together. So, you know, every night just come out here and bust on them, you know. So, yeah. So that's cool. Those big old freaking gnarly muggers right there. Anyways. Yeah, I think that the hitch is plenty strong. So, I mean, it's on there. It ain't going nowhere. Just clean everything up and paint it. But I got to do something about these, because that's kind of J&K, you know. So I mean, this is holding it up really, but still gotta do something. So what are your thoughts on this sucker? What you think? If you got any cool ideas, let me know. So I'll get out here tomorrow, and I'm just gonna, I got most of the dirt kinda, you know, there's still some around there, but I just want to kind of blast it around there. I'll use my like gentle nozzle, get around there. All this kind of brushed most of the dirt out of the cross members. I'm going to sweep it all off the ground right now, and then we'll just see what these look like cleaned up. Like I said, we'll put some paint on them if we need to, and then back here I'll start hitting the drawing board and figure out what I want to do back here. Kind of go from there. So I'm trying to figure out like the benefits of actually like doing the dove back here versus not doing it. I mean, I guess one of the benefits would be like shorter ramps, obviously. Maybe a better like load angle. But beyond that, I mean, the truck is pretty low. It's up on a jack right now, but I mean, the truck is pretty low, and I may even lower it. I don't know, but who knows? But yeah, so I'm just trying to like weigh the benefits, like to do it versus to not do it, and like what benefits it's going to give me other than just shorter ramps, and yeah, I don't know, you know what I mean? So give me your thoughts on it, because I think it'll do just fine the way it is, and I only really need 7-foot ramps to have a pretty decent angle. And then if I put my winch, you know, up a little bit, even like right below the window line, when it's level, you know, it should kind of pull out to the truck with the height of the truck and be able to like pull it up the ramp. So anyways, that's what I'm hoping. So I don't know, I'm probably gonna wrap it up tonight. I really don't have nothing else that I really want to get into right now, because it's pretty early still, but I'm waiting on parts. So I got the main pads, but the park brake shoes, they're coming from Ohio, so they'll probably be here tomorrow or the next day, or I don't know, Monday, I don't know, somewhere around there. And then my shroud, it's coming from the manufacturer, so I don't know when it's going to be here, but yeah, so that's it. So I'm just going to like focus my attention on back here. And the one cool thing about cutting off that, let's get over here, one cool thing about cutting this sucker off is that now, I don't know if you can see it back there, but I've got like 4 pieces, and I'll show you over here. I got 4 pretty good sized pieces of channel that I can use, and it's the same size as this, so I can use that channel to extend this stuff back. And then right here, I don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna get, you know what I mean, I'll just do something that looks decent, but I think most of the support really comes off of the middle. This is just kind of holds it together, I think, you know. So I mean, obviously it offers some kind of support, but not really what the middle does. So maybe extend it with like some 2x4, like 120 wall box tubing back a little bit. So yeah, I don't know, but as long as most of my weight's like right here, pretty close, and then I have a little bit more back just to do it. And then I think I might build some like little side guards, you know, just like with some like 1x1 or 1.5 by 1.5 square tubing, just make it come up and over, just kind of like the, you know, like the tow trucks or whatever. But that's it, I'm going in. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna sweep up my freaking all this junk I got here, and that's it. See you guys.